Today I'm going to show you how you can build a really simple and cheap minecart unloading system. This is a wolf. That's a sheep. And what's up guys, it's me64. Now this unloading system is really simple. It's pretty much just this here. But if you stick around, I'll also explain how this all works so you can learn a little bit more about redstone today. Yay! Anyways, first off though, I'll be showing you how to build it. Now as you can see, I have three things right over here, but these are all the exact same thing, just built up I guess sort of at different heights. Anyways, I'm going to start off actually with this redstone clock, which a lot of you will probably recognize. As you can see, if I flick that lever, it starts doing clock things and it becomes a redstone clock. Anyways, now I can turn it off again. This minecart unloading system works in a very similar way to the clock. And now I'll show you how to build this up. Now you'll need a few materials for this. You'll need 3 blocks, 1 comparator, 1 redstone torch, and 1 repeater. Of course, you'll also need hoppers, chests, rails, and a hopper minecart. But to build up the actual only unloading system, you'll need just these 4 items. Anyways, you want to build up the same thing that you have going over here with this sort of triangle that we have. Then you want to place a comparator right over there. And you want to make sure that that little bud is facing into this block over here. Then you want to put a repeater and make sure that this arrow right over here on the repeater is facing into this block, which is above the comparator. Then you want to place a redstone torch underneath that block. There we go. Then you can place your chest any way you want. Place it here. And your hopper. Now your hopper needs to be behind the comparator. So you cannot have a system that functions where the rails are up here. Well, you can, but then you need this to be a hopper as well. So the hopper, there has to be a hopper right over here. And then there has to be a powered rail on top of that hopper. And then this is really it. Now you can just build out your rails any way you want. There we go, another powered rail. I really don't mind. And this is your little system. Now you want to make sure that you build this directionally, because let's say we have this thing built up over here and we want to go left. Then what we need to do is we need to go like this, and then like this, or like that, and then like this. You cannot go like this, because that will not work, and the hopper minecart will just fly off. Well, if I can push it up. There. As you can see, that'll just fly off. So that won't work. Anyways, let's say you built this up, then I can explain to you how this works. So, first off, we can just push an empty minecart with hopper up there, and as you can see, it'll go straight back. So that's great for farms with a collection system of these. You won't be wasting time by trying to unload empty minecart hoppers right over here. And then, let's say I have a minecart hopper with 32 rails in it. I can push that up, and boom, there it is, now unloading its rails. Anyways, what happens and how does this actually work? Well, as soon as the hopper minecart gets on top of this rail, it'll automatically start unloading into the hopper also when it is moving. Then, once an item is put in the hopper, the comparator, as you can see right there, will turn on. Do it again. You can put some items in the hopper just for an example. As you can see, the comparator will turn on. What will then happen is the comparator will power this block, turning off the redstone torch. Because if you send a signal into a block which a redstone torch is on, the redstone torch turns off. So I can just show that right here. The comparator is detecting a signal from this hopper, and the redstone torch is off. Then we have one block over here. And now when there are no items in this hopper, the redstone torch powers this block. And we have a repeater over here, which turns on because the redstone torch is powering that block, and this block then powers the repeater. Then we have another block over here, and now this repeater powers this block. When that block is powered, it means that this block powers this powered rail we have over here, which is why this rail is essential. Because if a rail is powered and you get pushed into it, and then you get pushed into a block, the minecart will automatically head back on its way. However, if something gets put in the hopper by the minecart, this comparator will power on, turning off the redstone torch, which in turn turns off the repeater, which in turn turns off this. And now minecarts can't really move well over powered rails, so then if it has items in it, it'll just completely stop, unload them all, and then when the hopper is empty, by unloading its items into a chest, the system will turn back on, this will get powered again, and the hopper minecart can go on its way. So now we can take one last look at this, just for an example. We can put a few rails in there, move him up, and then once he's up top, he stops, then the system turns on, he unloads the rails, and then he continues on his way. So yeah, that's it. Now one last thing, you do not want to have a powered rail within this block, or this block. So these three need to be regular rails, because what would happen if these are all powered rails? Well, then these would get powered and these would also get turned off, and that doesn't work really well. Also, let's say you have these two be powered rails, right? And then we can just power these with a redstone torch under there. Anyways, just as for an example, right? We can put a few items in here. Actually, it's easier if I just put a stack of items in. There we go. We can put these items in, and as you can see, now it'll go over. And that's because it is moving too fast. So you need these three to be regular rails. Otherwise, the system just won't work.